Hey, what's going on, guys? This right here is going to be video production, the complete guide to making money. If you've been tuned into my channel for the past couple weeks, you've probably seen the Make Money Making Videos playlist that's been coming out here. This is essentially that playlist, but condensed into one long video. So down below are time codes to all the individual different lessons, and essentially we're going to be breaking down everything I know about making money making videos. Essentially, this is video production, the complete guide to making money, whether it be, video editing or videography. Without further ado, we're not going to waste any more time, and let's get started. What's going on, guys? My name's Jack. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going through how to make money making videos, and this video is one part of the Make Money Making Videos playlist, which will be linked down below, teaching you everything I know about making money making videos. And this is my full-time job, so I know a thing or two. Essentially, I thought it'd be cool just to start this video, which will look a little bit different to the other videos probably, but I'm starting this first one sat in front of my computer, which is currently rendering a project I just finished for 130 bucks, right? So I'm starting it off obviously right away with some proof that, I'm making money making videos. That's literally a video I just clicked render on that I made some money on. Basically, let's jump into the equipment that you're gonna kind of want to have on your checklist, or at least keep in mind when you're going into making money making videos, video editing. And essentially, we're going to break down the equipment. Now, number one, obviously, this is not going to come as a surprise to anybody that you need a powerful computer. Whether that be a desktop or whether it be a laptop, either is going to be cool. I've got myself a laptop, just a MacBook Pro, but it's from a few years ago. I don't do much edits on this. I have done some edits, small stuff like some vlogs and stuff, but the majority of my video editing is done on my powerful desktop, which is a kind of a method that works for me. I like sitting at a desk. I like getting stuff done on my desktop, and overall, that is, it's a good environment. When I sit down at my desk, I know I'm about to get some stuff edited, you know what I mean? So you need a powerful computer, and honestly, I got this one right here about a week ago, literally less than a week ago, which is funny enough that I'm making this video, because the one I had before was an example of kind of just like a computer I'd had for about 5 years. It was great when I got it, no doubt, but now it's 5 years later, so it's not great anymore at all. It was crashing all the time, and editing on a not powerful computer is not a fun experience at all. It's really the opposite of fun. It's tedious, it's horrible, it's not enjoyable. You can't fully get into the project if your projects are crashing all the time. It's just not enjoyable. 100% you guys need a powerful computer. You need a powerful computer, whether it be a laptop or a desktop. 100% have to throw that in there first off. Next up, this is kind of throwaway point, but you need a mouse and a keyboard. Obviously, if you are editing on a laptop, you might not need a mouse and a keyboard, but getting a mouse still adds a little bit of just durability to your edits, I think. Like editing on the trackpad and just the regular kind of cursor or whatever is not the greatest feel. Obviously, it depends what you're editing as well, but personally, I've got a pretty cool rainbow keyboard. I got a pretty cool glowy red dragon mouse, all super cheap, by the way. I'm gonna link in the description Amazon links to everything I talk about in this whole video, but everything's super cheap. I'm not really buying the craziest Razer gaming keyboards or nothing. I don't need that crazy stuff. I just need something that's gonna enable me to make my edits and make some money and stuff like that. So overall, I got a pretty simple keyboard and a pretty simple mouse, even though they don't look that simple, but they're only about 10 pound, 20 pound each, 10 bucks, 15 bucks each. Overall, very cheap stuff. Next up, obviously, as you can see behind me, I'm a big fan of multiple monitors. Now, multiple monitors, god damn it. Hold tight. That's pretty funny. I'm not even gonna edit that out. I'm a big fan of multiple monitors. They just went to sleep for some reason. That's kind of funny. That adds a little bit of comedy to the video, but multiple monitors enables me to much faster and much more smoothly edit certain types of videos. For example, like the one that just finished rendering right there. This right here is for a client of mine called Videography. It's a YouTube channel. They make history, documentary style videos. And essentially, I need my edit up on one screen while I've got the other screen used for researching and Photoshop and all the other kind of aspects that go into this video. So multiple monitors for me just adds so much more smoothness and so much more, it just makes my workflow so much easier, so much better. Yes, so much more smooth. That is a big point for me, and I honestly think my projects would take me double the time if I only had one monitor, because I can't do as much, I'm not as quick. Again, that might be just case sensitive to this specific project right here, but the majority of my projects that I'm working on, it's gonna be better that I have two monitors, and trust me, you know what I mean? If if you do have a laptop, that's even better because it's obviously got a built-in monitor, so you could just buy another monitor and have another big screen next to it. So that's pretty cool setup you could do. But definitely I would suggest and encourage having 2 monitors to be having a professional video editing setup. Again, I'll leave the monitors I got down below in the description, or I'll leave this one because that one I just bought from a charity shop for 50 bucks. It's like a TV. That one is 32-inch monitor TV / thing. But finally on the list, professional editing software. This definitely doesn't come as a surprise to anybody either, but I'm talking about either, Sony Vegas at the minimum, which is what I edited this project in here because it's just a little bit simpler and it's a better layout for the stuff I'm doing. But in terms of an industry standard video editing software, Premiere Pro pretty much does it. Obviously, if you're on Mac, you could go Final Cut, but I do the majority of all my projects in Premiere Pro, and then Sony Vegas for the simpler kind of more, I can't really think of the right word, but just a little bit simpler type of projects that aren't really needing that really professional look, and overall they just need kind of a bunch more visual representation to what the speaker's talking about, etc. And it's much easier to edit that stuff in Sony Vegas for me. But overall, guys, that concludes a brief description of the video editing equipment that you're gonna need to make money making videos. I've been Jack. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. By all means, continue with the playlist down below in the description, or if you're already on the playlist, it's probably on the left-hand side, I think, or the right-hand side, whichever way. There's probably a list of the other videos in the playlist that you can keep cracking on with. But again, I've been Jack. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of this series, which is Make Money Making Videos. What's going on, guys? My name's Jack. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the videography equipment that you're going to need to make money making videos. This is one part of a bigger series, which is linked down below. And essentially, this is my Make Money Making Videos series, teaching you everything I know about making money making videos, from video editing all the way to videography and filming that stuff yourself. Essentially, we're already in the playlist right now, or if you're not, click the link down below and it'll take you to the playlist, the full playlist teaching you everything. Without further ado, let's get into the videography equipment that you need to make money making videos. Essentially, you're going to want to start off with a camera. Obviously. Now, doesn't matter what sort of videos you're creating, whether it be a music video, a product video, a club video, all across the board stuff, you obviously need a camera to be able to make any of these videos. So I grab yourself a camera. More importantly, I grab yourself a really nice lens as well, because, you can get almost any camera. I'm not going to say that. You can't get almost any camera, but you can get, pretty much the majority of cameras are going to do you good for the majority of video production, but it's just that lens. You want to ensure that you're getting a great lens. I always tell people I'd probably go for an average camera, but an amazing lens, rather than an amazing camera, but not a good lens. You know what I mean? The lens is everything. The lens is how you get the nice picture and everything. And, depending on the type of videography you're doing as well, I might look for a camera with good in-body stabilization as well. But moving on with the list, a tripod, aka stabilizer / gimbal, overall just something to rest your camera on. Tripod, you could go for 2 different options. If you're just shooting stuff in a studio and it's, very simple stuff and, you got a pretty light camera, you could go for just a nice, simple, cheap tripod. Overall, it's definitely an option. However, for the majority of cases, I'd probably suggest that you go with a more sturdy, stable tripod. This way, you're not going to run into any trouble when you're going out into the field shooting, literally anything. With a much more sturdy tripod like the one on screen right now, you're going to be getting a nice effect with it, opposed to a skinnier, small one like the one I'm using right now to record my YouTube video, which, like I said, works great if you're in a small studio and there's no wind or anything like that, and you literally just got to have something that props the camera up, opposed to bringing a small pencil-like tripod like this one out into the field and then having the wind blow it or whatever. So a decent tripod, definitely useful. Decent stabilizer / gimbal, also very useful. You could get a stabilizer or you could get a gimbal, depending on the type of videos you're creating. Both of them are going to offer a unique kind of approach to stabilization and a unique approach to creating a nice, smooth, still shot. Personally, I'm going to be looking into getting myself the DJI Ronin S. a little bit later in this year, probably in a couple months, as you know, it's a pretty good gimbal, and it just came out recently, and I've definitely got my eye on it. Definitely looks like it could improve my production. So a stabilizer slash gimbal, definitely important when you know, wanting to actually make money making videos in terms of videography. But again, think about what sort of productions you're going to be making, because if you're just shooting a bunch of product videos in the office, you're not going to need a crazy stabilizer and gimbal. But likewise, if you are shooting a bunch of stuff like music videos, club videos, more interactive, immersive things, you're going to want yourself the top of the range equipment like a stabilizer, a gimbal, all that sort of stuff to be getting those perfect, you know, much higher production value shots. So by all means, keep that in mind. Next up, lighting. Now, the two types of lighting you could go for, again, depending on what sort of videos you're creating. If you're just creating kind of product videos with a nice seamless background or whatever, you're going to want to go for a few nice soft boxes. For example, like the one I got up here, lighting my face up right now while I'm making this video. And a softbox is going to enable you to just get a pretty nice rounded light, especially if you got two of them on either side of the product or whatever the subject of your shot is. And essentially, if you're doing stuff in a studio, some soft boxes could be great. However, again, if you're doing some stuff outside of the studio, you know, whether it be a music video, whether it be in a dark place like a club, which is a bunch of stuff I've had to do, and I've had to get myself an on-camera light, an LED light. I'll leave the one that I got down below in the description, along with all the other stuff I've talked about. And essentially, an LED light can help wonders. An LED light can really just, you know, improve your fucking shots so much. It's insane. It's my bad for swearing there, but I just remembered how much improvement this did when I was shooting over a year ago on the Canon 600D, a very old camera, so it was pretty goddamn, you know, staticky and noisy in the footage, but we had to get this light, bought the light, threw it on the top, simple LED light for probably like 30 bucks or 20 pounds off of Amazon. And you know what I mean, it made a massive difference. So depending on what sort of productions you're shooting, an on-camera light could be useful, and also softboxes could be very useful as well. Next up, a microphone. Now a microphone is optional. It really is. Depends what sort of stuff you're shooting. For the majority of stuff I shoot, I don't have to, you know, use the, you know, raw audio. Obviously, for example, a product video, I'm not going to use the raw audio of just the static in the air. For example, a music video, I'm not going to use the raw audio because you know, sound pretty terrible. Like, I'm gonna put the song over it, obviously. For the nightclub, I'm not gonna use the raw audio. They're gonna send me a track to put over. For the majority of stuff, you're not using the raw audio. However, there is definitely things you are using the raw audio for. For example, I have used filmed nightclubs, more importantly, specific artists that I've needed audio for. I've also filmed this YouTube video here, which I need audio for. I've done voiceovers for clients, which I needed a microphone for audio. So definitely a microphone is important, but again, it's dependent on what sort of productions you're creating. Personally, I use the Rode video mic with the Rycote Lyra mount. I'll leave that down below in the description. I've also got a whole review on it on my page as well. Finally, or not even finally actually, next up is SD cards. I'll be quick on this because it's pretty boring. It's just some SD cards. Basically, just get yourself some pretty significant amount of storage SD cards. I'd probably suggest at least a 32 gigabyte to a 64. Depends what you're filming, but in the majority of cases, it's going to be stocked up, you know, very fast. I get yourself at least 4 different memory cards. But again, if you got 2 64 gigabytes, that's probably decent for a shoot, but it depends what shoot you're doing. That's just what does me for like an average club or an average music video scene or whatever. And essentially, get yourself some good SD cards. If your camera supports 4K shooting like mine does, you're going to need to get some fast memory cards, not just the whack blue ones. Like, I got one around here somewhere. Boom, hold on. Not just these whack little blue ones, right? Which is funny, I had that on standby. You're gonna want the extremely fast ones that are gonna be able to write HD, not even HD, 4K video, and you know, do slow motion, all that sort of stuff. Essentially, you're definitely gonna want some faster memory cards. Don't be fooled if you don't know what different types of memory cards mean. The blue, cheaper ones are shit. They're crap. Don't get them. Get the better ones. Your ones that say extreme on it with the 90, 95 write speed, whatever. Get yourself some better, you know, some faster memory cards, some faster SD cards, rather. Finally, professional editing software. In some cases, you guys might just be filming to give them all the clips and then not be the editor. That's cool as well, so you might not need the professional editing software for that, but for the majority of cases, or at least the videography projects I've been involved in, I've also been soliciting editing fees as well, or, you know, offering editing fees, editing services as well. So I've had to have professional video editing software because I film it, then edit it. So I'd suggest you guys get yourself Premiere Pro. If you're on Mac, you could also get Final Cut Pro. If you're on Windows and you love being totally Windows operated, you could get Sony Vegas, but if you're on Windows, you could get Premiere as well. I would suggest Premiere Pro. Sony Vegas is okay. Final Cut, okay as well. Overall, I'd get one of those 3 professional video editing software. And thank you guys for watching the videography equipment that is going to help you make money making videos. I've been Jack. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Make Money Making Videos. If you don't know where that is, the playlist is down below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Make Money Making Videos. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, part of the Make Money Making Videos playlist. Today is the 3rd addition to this series, and essentially we're going to be breaking down how to get clients if you got no past work. It's a tough one, but it's pretty simple to actually, go about doing this and actually get some past work so you guys can get your initial client or client or two to build up a little bit of real work that you could go, obviously, keep building your clientele and get more video clients. But essentially boils down to 2 things. Really, one is the main thing I would suggest, but the other one's going to be a throwaway, extra idea for you to use as well. But the most effective way is to fake past projects. Now, I definitely don't mean plagiarize any projects and go, find this from a YouTube video and just steal their YouTube video or something like that. That definitely, I'm not suggesting that. That's a terrible idea. It's not a good idea at all. It's obviously not your work, so it's not an accurate representation of the skills and services you can offer. So definitely wouldn't suggest that. But by faking past work, I mean, if you've got no relevant past work, I mean, you're a video creator, so you, I'm sure, have past projects of some sort, which I'll reference in my second point. But if you got no relevant past work to the type of videos you want to go about getting, for example, say you want to get some product review clients or something like that, essentially what I would suggest is that you create a sample that looks as if you were hired to create it before, and you just, make it for an imaginary client. So you come up with a client name, their name is, Xander Borg or something like that. That's a completely random suggestion, and you know what I mean? And you just, you make let's say a product review or a promo video for this imaginary client, and obviously the person looking at it who's gonna hire you doesn't know it's an imaginary client. It just looks like a, past project. And obviously if you've edited it and created the whole thing, it doesn't matter if it's for a fake client, an imaginary client, it's still an accurate portrayal of the services you can offer and overall the quality of videos you can create, whether it's just video editing or whether it's filming as well. And overall, going and shooting projects and then, editing it in the post-production process. Either way, I would suggest you guys fake your past project. This is 100% what I did. But definitely, just so there's no confusion, not steal the projects and plagiarize it. That's pretty different than, just faking a couple projects and passing them off as if they were past work. Because this is the most effective way to get yourself some clients if you got no relevant past work. But the second option, use unrelevant old samples. It's not as effective, but like I said, if you're a video creator, video editor, or a videographer, you gotta have some sort of past project. You know what I mean? Like, I know the title says no past work, but I'm assuming that means to you, no relevant past work to jobs you wanna get. But you definitely, I'm assuming, so, my bad if you don't, but I'd assume the majority of you have some sort of past old sample of some sort. So if you can't be asked to go out of your way and actually, fake those samples and, create something that's a replica, video product as to the one they want you to create, this potential client, then you could just use some unrelevant old samples, which is not going to be as effective. If it's unrelevant and it's just like a random little edit, yeah, it might show off your skills as an editor, but it doesn't show your skills to create the specific video that, the potential client wants you to create, whether that be, as a video editor, just some simple chops and cuts, to, animating something, all the way, if you're a videographer, to shooting a product video, all the way to shooting a club, to shooting a music video. Obviously, ideally, for you to charge what you want as well, you're gonna need some really good, relevant samples, and that's where the faking past projects comes into it. But just for absolute, going over this topic, definitely don't steal the stuff. 100% don't steal the stuff. I feel as though I just had to push that point pretty heavy because I mentioned this in a previous video months and months ago about faking past projects, and someone misconstrued what I was saying as stealing the projects. So I've made sure to be very clear that I do not mean steal the projects, and I in fact mean replicate a sample that's similar to the sample or the video type that your potential client wants. But overall, that is how to actually pick up some video clients with no past work. Two pretty good points. The use old samples is the throwaway point pretty much if you can't be bothered to fake the past projects. That's going to be the most effective way. Just create yourself a replica, you know what I mean, project that looks like you were hired to do it by somebody else and portrays your video editing or videography skills. And overall, that right there is how you pick up work with no past projects. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next episode of Make Money Making Videos. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of the Make Money Making Videos playlist. If you're on just a solo video and not on the full playlist itself, it's linked down below in the description. 8 videos teaching you everything I know about how to make money making videos, whether it be video editing or videography. Today, we're looking at how to actually get yourself some video editing clients. So in the original part of this video, or the first part, the first part, we covered equipment. So if you haven't seen that, by all means, go watch it. But today we're gonna look into how to get your first clients. And I'm gonna be exploring 2 methods. I could have put a couple more kind of throwaway methods in here of how to get clients, but overall, it would have been a waste of time, so I've just focused my efforts on just teaching you the 2 most lucrative places to get clients, for me at least, that I've gotten the most clients from and had the best results, because I want to add the most value as I can in this series to you guys and genuinely teach you how to make money making videos, not just talk about a bunch of random stuff which might work for some of you. So this is definitely going to work for all of you. First off, Upwork.com. Upwork.com, I've got on the screen right now. Upwork.com is hands down one of the biggest freelancer marketplaces on the whole internet, which means there's just the biggest abundance of new work to be found on here. Essentially, Upwork is a great website. You can go to the website, sign up, and you can type in video editing. Video editing. Boom. Very simple. Very predictable, because we're looking for video editing jobs. And right away, you're going to be kind of greeted with a big list of different jobs. It is a big job board, and you can just start reading the titles and start applying to the ones that sound good to you. For example, series of videos to launch an advertised new website. This one right here, video editing, upbeat 30 to 60 second video for 20 bucks, 50 bucks, partially animating a 3-minute video. Short video for 25 bucks right there. Create and manage a YouTube channel for 120 bucks. This looks like some editing related stuff here. And overall, it's gonna list off the amount of money they're gonna pay you, how long ago the job was posted, what kind of skill level you have to be for this, and overall then the description and the title of what they're doing. So this is a short ad using stock footage, and they're paying $200, which is great. By all means, just to give you a price range to add the most value to you guys, I've gotten paid to do things from Upwork, as small as 20 bucks all the way up to $1,000. So there's all sorts of different budgets here, all sorts of different people, and there's over 200 new jobs posted every single day in every single different field. So not just 200 jobs on the whole website, 200 new jobs in every field. So every day, there's gonna be at least 200 new video editing jobs. So there's essentially, like, it's not fully infinite, but it's essentially infinite jobs. You know what I mean? Like, it's as much work there as possible, really. Like, no other website for freelancing is beating Upwork by the amount of jobs posted. So 100%, I would go to Upwork, I would create an account. I'll show you what my profile looks like. Boom. So this right here is my portfolio. Essentially, this is my page. My money's actually gone up since this account was banned. I've got another account. $30 an hour. I'll put that to $35 an hour. At least now I'm trying to get like 50 bucks an hour, to be honest. But essentially, boom. This right here is my video production profile. That's my Upwork profile. Upwork is hands down the website where I've gotten the most clients. It's beaten literally every possible website out there, and 100%. This right here is, it's the best place to find video editing clients, hands down. By all means, get in the comment section and tell me if you know a better place to find video editing clients, which
I would be surprised about. And I'm going to use it. If you do know a better place, then I'm going to start making some money off of that as well. But by all means, Upwork, hands down, the most lucrative and the best place to find video editing clients. But they are a little bit annoying with the stuff about suspending accounts for taking clients away from them and not giving them their 20%, which I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand why they're trying to take 20% of my money. Not cool. You know what I mean? 20% significant amount of money. Next up, Twitter. Twitter is for smaller projects. You're not going to get the biggest, craziest, highest budget projects here, but essentially it's a cool little method like this. I really like it. You just go to the search bar and go ahead and just type in I need a video editor. I need a video editor. Simple. Type it in and boom, right here, I need a young aspiring photographer / video editor. DM if interested. That was about 10 days ago though, and that was like 4 days ago. I need a video editor. I need a video editor to make me an intro. Anyone? That was 3 days ago. I need a video editor for Overwatch gameplay and thumbnails. I am too lazy to edit all the time. 5 days ago. So as you can see right here, there's loads of stuff being posted, and all you guys got to do is just, click favorite on this stuff and just go ahead and reply like, I'm a video editor. Or, you know what I mean? Do something kind of like jokey at the beginning, like, you're in luck. You know what I mean? You're in luck. I'm a video editor. DMing you now, or, DM me, whatever. And you can even change it to latest so that you see people right away. For example, 31 minutes ago, I need a dope video editor. HMS. I need a montage of my Twitch clips that I can post on YouTube. Sick montages and is a good video editor. If anyone knows a reputable person who makes sick montages, blah, 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 blah. I need a fire video editor who can whip me up an intro for my YouTube channel. Let's talk. As you can see, guys, right away, loads of jobs being posted every single day, and this is a less formal way of finding some cool new clients which want to work with video editors. Overall, guys, this right here has been video number 3 of the Make Money Making Videos playlist, essentially. That's the end of the video right here, guys. These are the 2 top methods, which is Upwork and Twitter for bringing yourself in video editing clients. Essentially, that is the video wrap right there. Next episode is going to be how to bring in videography clients, which, we'll start playing right after this video if you're interested in that. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Jack or ItsJackCole. Follow me on all social media, stuff like that. Link below in the description. Have a nice day, and goodbye. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 4 of the Make Money Making Videos playlist. If you're not part of the playlist and not watching this video on the playlist, link is down below. 8 videos teaching you everything I know about making money making videos, whether it be video editing or videography. But today we're breaking down how to get videography clients, how to get, any clients for loads of different variety of different filming-based jobs. I have 6 different ways, 6 different places to actually go to actually be getting yourself some video editing clients. And I'm going to briefly overview these places and tell you overall how to go about getting different work on these sites. They're all different websites. They're all going to be linked down below. Number 1 is Bidvine. Number 2 is Upwork. Number 3, Facebook. Number 4, Twitter. Number 5, Mandy.com. And number 6, Craigslist. All of them offer a unique, different way to approach videography clients, potential videography clients, and get yourself some new work. This week even, honestly, this week you can get work, 100%. Number 1, go to Bidvine. Bidvine is great for wedding videos, for event videos, and for more corporate style stuff. You sign up and you basically set your area, and then any job that's posted in this place is sent directly to you when it's in your area. So for example, all the jobs are emailed to you, right? So this is what it looks like when I type in Bidvine to my email. You've got every single day pretty much something's coming through, 23rd of September, 21st, 15th, 14th, 13th, 9th, and this is what they look like. So you click on it, it'll send you an email saying, Jessica T needs an event videography in Kogan CF64, whatever, that's just the city they're in or whatever, and you can click on it, simply go to it, and it's going to tell you all the info about it. So it's basically just sending you a bunch of jobs. It's saying, event to be filmed, a concert/performance. The event location's indoors. It's going to be a 30 to 40 minute full feature video, which I've never done a video like this. I wouldn't take this project here. I specialize in highlight videos for event videography, not really these bigger ones, but by all means, if you're interested in getting yourself some money, this could be a cool thing to do. They also need a DVD USB copy, and it's under £500, and it'll only be an hour. That sounds great. So, and it tells you, you know, the date, everything like that, the time, and overall, it just basically sends you a bunch of jobs every time there's one in your area. So it's very dope. It takes the work out of your hand, puts it in the website's hand, and they're just sending you kind of a curated feed of different jobs that you could indulge in if you like the description. But overall, very useful, very cool website, Bitvine, and I found it recently, actually, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I've featured it on my channel before. Next up is going to be Upwork. Now, Upwork themselves are pretty annoying. I got so much beef with Upwork, it's crazy. Look at them. They suspended my account here. This is one of many other accounts I got just to capitalize on the website, essentially. You're not meant to do that. It specifically says it in the terms and service, which I'm pretty sure is why they keep flagging my account, but overall, other than that small issue, Upwork is very dope, very cool, loads of work on there. For videography, it's decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. For example, you could type in the search results, videography. God damn it, not like that. God damn it, I misspelled it, but boom, videography. And right away, you're gonna get some jobs. So, for example, 2 hours ago, talking head videos. They want someone to present a bunch of talking head videos where you're going to be recording yourself on the screen just like this is right here. Pretty cool. That's, videography based stuff. Machine learning instructor. Looks like they need an instructor to teach a whole online course, which is actually something I've been hired to do before. I taught a course on Premiere Pro, which is obviously, in line with what I'm doing. So it was pretty easy to teach that course. I got just under $1,000 for it. Next up, a cooking video shoot. So I need someone who can direct and edit cooking videos. We are in the making of cooking videos. I've made cooking videos before. Over a year ago, I was paid like $100 a video, something like that, to make some cooking videos. They're pretty low budget. They replaced me after probably 2 videos. I was much further behind than I am now in my video production career in terms of quality. But cooking videos are a pretty common reoccurrence on these websites. They need a pro video editor, but that's just some video editing based stuff. But overall, Upwork does have some videography based jobs being posted here pretty consistently, and those videos I just read off were posted in the last 24 hours. So there is constantly new work being posted on Upwork. Next up, Facebook. Facebook is a perfect place to get event videos, event clients, right? So a big type of videography I do is live event videography. I'm going to be coming out with a whole playlist teaching everything I know about that as well as a separate playlist. But essentially, Facebook is where I get the majority of my video clients who I'm going to film a nightclub or a live event. And the way I do that is I simply go up to the search result of Facebook and I type in events. For example, it's September, so events, or October 2018, and I simply search that phrase. Then it'll say related events or events. I'm just going to click see more on all events, and I'm greeted with a big list of different events that are taking place. So I can click on one of them. For example, this one right here, and it's going to say this is Climax 2018 official Q Dance event. So it looks like this is a big dance event right here. It's a big rave or something like that, and it's on the 24th of November to the 25th of November. And the key part that Facebook enables you to see, which is basically how you get the client, is you can see who is hosted by. So obviously this is official Q Dance event. It's hosted by Q Dance. So the way I would reach out to these people is I would hover over who hosted it, and I would go ahead and just send them a message. Now, it doesn't look like Q Dance allow you to send messages right here. So, let me see one of their other pages. They got a few different pages. Let's just have a look here. It's not looking like it's allowing me to message them. That's irregularity. Let me just go back. It's kind of unlucky for demonstrative purposes that I clicked on that one, but if I come down here and click another one, the Halloween special, usually you'll click it and you'll hover over it and be able to message them, right? So you can actually message this person, and whoever it says hosted by is the promoter of that event. And what I usually do is message them and just say, hey, how's it going? I shoot live events. Here's my Showreel. Basically, do you want to bring me out and have me document your live event? So that's a way to get live event videos, which is pretty cool. And overall, definitely very effective. I've shot over 40 live events, and the majority of them have been through this method right here. Next up, Twitter. Twitter works pretty cool, how you can go to Twitter and go to search Twitter and just type in, I need a videographer. Boom. You search it, and then right away it's going to come up with some stuff. I need a dope videographer in Chicago. I need a raw-ass graphic designer and a videographer. Where they at, though? I need a videographer for my show tomorrow that's not about to charge me hella much. Hit me if you're interested. Sounds like a lot of people need a videographer. I need a videographer in LA. At someone for me, please, y'all. Essentially, there's a lot of people here who are asking for videographers, and that's very cool because we haven't even filtered it to latest. That's just the overall top ones. When you filter to latest, it'll give you a chronological order of people online who are posting that they need a videographer. The only annoying thing about it is that it's not all in your area, technically, right? So depending on where you are in the world, you might just have to scour this list until you see somebody post a job in your area, or if you're in a super commercial area and like a very densely populated area, I guess, you might have much more luck here. But overall, it's still a place you can go to find a job board of people requesting videography services. And you can even go a step further. I need a videographer, London, for example, to narrow things down. Oh, and looks like that might have been too many words for it. Need a videographer in London? Need a videographer in London? All right, that's too many words for it. So we're just going to stick with I need a videographer. Kind of an epic fail right there to conclude that example right there. God damn it. Next up, Mandy.com. Mandy.com is, again, just a job board. Pretty cool. Let me see if I can log in quick just to show you what it's looking like. This is pretty unprofessional of me right now. I should have logged in already. All right, it's not letting me properly log in. Essentially, you can just find different film and TV gigs on here, where you can go here and you can just browse a bunch of different stuff. For example, content editor, production accountant, browse jobs. I'm just gonna browse a few jobs and see if they can let me search something quick. Boom, so job type, you could you could change it here. For example, I shoot live events. We could change it to live event and go ahead and click search, and it's gonna pop up with a bunch of live event videography based jobs, for example, or it's all film jobs, right? So for here, videographer, £200 a day, and that's Lille, France. That's pretty cool. So boom, that's a videography job right there, but it also posts other film jobs. So makeup artist, event technician, event crew, camera operator. Essentially, boom, that's another cool place, but I don't get much work for Mandy, but I just felt I'd throw it on the list. Anyways, because I know you can get work there. Finally, Craigslist. You can go to Craigslist and type in videographer, and you should be greeted with some cool stuff. You do have to change the thing to temp jobs, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, videographer and visual artist needed for 10-minute video. So they need someone in London. You might be able to change this to services. Yeah, if you change it to services, you get some cool stuff as well. So professional videographer, all that, experienced videographer, professional videographer, videographer required, good pay, photographer, videographer available for your needs. Boom. That right there, guys, is a brief 6 different places you can pick up some videography clients. Like I said, even this week, if you want to go apply these methods, overall, this has been how to actually get yourself videography clients. And overall, this has been part of my bigger series, which is the Make Money Making Videos playlist here on my channel. By all means, check it out in the description. If you enjoyed this video, the next video coming will be, following on to this. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, and goodbye. What's going on, guys? My name's Jack. Welcome back to another episode of the Make Money Making Videos playlist, teaching you basically everything I know about making money making videos. Right here, we're going to look at how to actually go about crafting yourself a video editing portfolio / showreel, and essentially, I'm going to be working through examples of showreels and portfolios that I've had for video editing in the past. Now, recently, I have built up a clientele of video editing clients that I pretty much just correspond with on email and Skype, and I don't even necessarily have to be reaching out there for new clients because I have focused on building a consistent income, which I'll get to later in this series. I think it's probably the last 2 videos. I want to go over the methods that I've pretty much built up to actually not have to be constantly going out there and finding new clients with a portfolio and a showreel, and having consistent clients that just need recurring work all the time. But boom, on screen right now essentially is a showreel, a portfolio, another portfolio, and then a pretty unique way that I have of approaching people with this video editing, video production showreel here, which I'm going to break down as well, which is a pretty cool way of just switching it up, how you're approaching people and approaching potential clients in a different way, which I've had great success with. So to actually create a portfolio, you want to go to Wix.com. Personally, that's been the easiest for me. I know there's other good ones like Squarespace, places like that. Squarespace and Wix are pretty much the 2 most reputable, I think, but I would suggest Wix. I've had a great, time with Wix, I guess that's probably not the right word, a great experience with Wix. Super easy, and it's very cheap to actually convert your free username or your free URL into a paid one, and it's very cheap. It's like $10 or £10 every single month. Not bad at all to host a portfolio with your custom URL. That's worth it by all means. Now, boom, on screen right now, like I said before, is an example of a showreel. An example, why do I keep saying that? An example of a portfolio that I created months and months and months ago. I think this was my portfolio from last year, actually, yeah. And essentially, it's just a simple breakdown of a bunch of different videos. The video type right here, obviously written out, and then the example of the physical video product right here. So I've got a bunch of different stuff that I was doing at the time, and essentially it's just breaking down a bunch of different stuff that I could do. So this is just an example of what a portfolio could look like to you when you're creating it on Wix. Now, I've got a whole nother video, by the way, that breaks down going into Wix and creating the whole portfolio from scratch. I'm not going to do that again because I already have that video to reference, but I'll leave that down below in the description so you can go reference that. But this is an example of a portfolio here, and this is another example of another portfolio right here. So this is a more recent one, I believe, and essentially you refresh the page and it loads up and it plays my video showreel right away. And my video showreel, I'm going to get to that in a second, is a little bit different from the portfolio, obviously, where it's basically just me explaining what I do, but let me just cover the portfolio and overall just go over it. So when you load up on this newer version of my portfolio, it just says JackCole Video at the top. That's, my kind of unofficial company name for the majority of my freelance stuff that I do online. And then you've got a little kind of introduction production, which is just a bit about my process, essentially. And then you can go over to portfolio, and that's really unprofessional that this video actually got taken down from Facebook because of some copyrighted music, and I just haven't gone around to changing that. That's pretty unprofessional, my bad, guys. But essentially, when you go to my portfolio, it's got a different category for the different type of stuff I've done. So some videography / filming, which could definitely be updated. Again, I told you guys, I've been maintaining consistent clients on Skype, so I haven't really needed the portfolio and the showreel for at least a couple months, right? So that's why it's all a little bit unprofessional right here with the video that's not even there. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but screw it. I'm staying recording. I'm not stopping. Then I got some YouTube channels I edit for here. Obviously myself, that's a bit of a throwaway, but then I got these ones here. TQ9 is my company, kind of a bit of a throwaway as well. But it just beefs up the portfolio. Then I got some different promo videos, which can definitely be added to. I've done a bunch of new stuff since then, and music videos as well. Again, that could be added to. I haven't updated this in a while, but it's just an example of what 2 different portfolios could look like. And the cool thing about my portfolios here is when you actually come to the homepage, it instantly starts playing my showreel, which, as you can hear, it's basically just me telling you who I am and what I can offer. Like, I'll click over here, or actually it's nicer to watch here with a smaller window, and I'll just give you a play of my showreel real quick. And this is an example of, just to give you some context, it's an example of approaching clients in a new way. So the majority of people are going to approach clients and they're just going to have a bunch of text trying to explain who they are. I wanted to switch this up and just send them one link, and that link is just directly to me right here, and then I just simply explain in about a minute or 2 minutes who I am and what I can actually offer. So here's an example of an advanced showreel, and this is a very cool way to approach people in a unique way, because it's very rare they're gonna have people sending them kind of stuff like this, and it's very common that they're gonna have big paragraphs trying to explain who they are and why they're best for the job. But this is my showreel, which is my advanced video showreel.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for clicking on the link today. I am Jack. I'm a professional freelance video editor, videographer, and YouTuber with 70,000 subscribers producing weekly content based around video production. Now, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet so you guys, the client, can get just an idea of my personality and my skill level, as well as just what I can actually bring to the table in, terms of helping you out with your project. Now, in terms of projects I've worked on, just to give you a summary of my, relevant experience to your job, I've edited, honestly, and I'm not being cocky here, pretty much every type of project you could even fathom. I've edited interviews, promo videos, music videos, as well as shooting all this stuff as well. I've edited anything from simple chops and cuts to a YouTube video, all the way to high-end VFX for genuine scenes that have been featured inside of more longer form movies. I am literally capable of doing any particular video editing job, and I believe that is reflected in the fact that I have 70,000 subscribers. Boom, so I'm gonna stop it there, but I played a minute. Hopefully you got a kind of cool idea about what I'm talking about in it, the sort of context I'm giving on myself and what I've been through, the type of services I can offer, and also, you might notice if you're a fan of my videos and you've watched a lot of them, I'm never wearing a shirt. Like, that's not how I dress. This, you know what I mean? I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm never wearing a shirt. I don't think there's a single video on my whole channel other than that where I'm wearing a shirt. So the kind of reason I'm pointing that out is because I made myself look a little bit more, technically professional, more like what a stereotype of a professional looking person would be by wearing a shirt. So that's another cool thing for the Showreel, was that, the kind of connotations that this character right here, which is me obviously, but the connotations, if I wasn't me and I was just finding this brand new Showreel video here, the connotations I would get from this guy here in the video is that, he's a professional guy. He's there in front of his big screens. He's there with his shirt on, which looks pretty smart. And overall, I'm painting a picture that I'm a professional person, which obviously I am, but I'm not necessarily the most professional dressed person all the time. So boom, that's just fulfilling somebody else's expectation of what this person could look like. And overall, if there's someone who that stuff is important to, it's not gonna exit me out, and I'm gonna be hired by that person. And most people don't give a shit about what you're wearing, by the way, but it was just kind of a cool, another idea I had, essentially just to spice myself up, I guess, and make myself look more appealing to more professional clients. And it's just a little idea. Obviously, you don't have to do that. It's just a cool idea. But stuff like that to make yourself unique, like a cool Showreel like that, is a very cool way to approach clients. And if you are not too shy in front of the camera and you want to do something like this, it's worth it. And you know what I mean? It's only your potential clients who are going to see it, and it's like a great way of them knowing you almost. Like, I get in a Skype call with people after they've watched this, and they've given me a great feedback on this. Clients who I've then gone on to work with, who've paid me a bunch of money, have told me that they feel like they almost know me before we even get into the Skype call, which that does great for you in terms of just winning over the client. So overall, that right there is my take on a portfolio and a Showreel for video editing. Thank you guys for watching the Make Money Making Videos playlist, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. What's going on, guys? My name's Jack. Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos playlist. All right, so we're going to be going over how to actually create a portfolio and a Showreel for videography. And basically, I've got my portfolio on screen right now, and it actually has my Showreel playing instantly when you load up onto the page. So that's pretty cool, but here is my Showreel right here anyways. This is my live event Showreel. That's the majority of the videography I do, is live event videography. I go to a nightclub or venue and I document the experience, create a highlight video for the promoter or the venue. And essentially this right here is a Showreel comprised of all the best clips that I got throughout 2017. Overall, I have two separate videos that I want to alert your attention to, going much more into depth of how to create a Showreel and also much more into depth of how to create a portfolio, okay? I'm going to leave both of those down below, and I'm sure I showed the thumbnail somewhere on screen so you can see what, a little bit of teaser of what's going to be in that video. Just a disclaimer, I'm not going to go thoroughly into creating a Showreel and creating a portfolio. I'm just going to showcase to you examples of what mine are looking like, and then also
direct you guys to those videos where I do go in depth about these two topics, and essentially I just don't want to be recreating content. So boom, what we're doing here is having a look at my portfolio, and this right here is what my portfolio is going to look like for my production company, TQ9. Essentially, we load up, and it's got a little bit of a blurb here type of thing, or not a blurb, just a little bit of a points, kind of some just selling points, I guess. So this is our process, our introduction, production, and then the post-production, a little bit of a description there. Obviously, when you load up, it's going to put the show reel playing straight away, which is going to grab your attention and just show off a collection of just really nice clips that we've gathered throughout the past year plus. Then you can click up there to portfolio. God damn it. There's a Facebook video that this links to that was removed because it has a copyright song in it. And, I haven't actually used this portfolio in a minute now because I've just been using my Showreel to get the majority of my work. So I haven't actually updated that. But when we click the portfolio, it's just got a bunch of different past projects, whether that be music videos, promo videos, after movies for clubs. Then we can go to our services here, and there's a description of our different services. So after movies, music videos, promo videos. These are the main services that my production company offers. It's all pretty what's called themed around music. And overall, boom, the about section, just give it a little bit of in-depth kind of insight into who we are, where we came from, and overall where we were founded and all that sort of stuff. But boom, that right there is an example of a videography portfolio. And essentially, you guys go to Wix.com, which is where I created this one. I would suggest you guys go over to Wix, because it's just extremely simple. Personally, I have heard some good stuff about Squarespace. Squarespace, they pay so much money to promote their thing, like it's gotta be decent, you know what I mean? Like I swear, I see a Squarespace ad at least twice a week, every single week, and it's been that way for like the whole 2018. So I've never used it. Squarespace, they're probably decent, but Wix, I have definite experience with, and overall, Wix, I've built like 4 or 5 different portfolios on in the past, and I've made video editing portfolios, videography portfolios, everything on there. And it's held up very, very good. It's done great. They're pretty cheap to get yourself a custom domain and everything. And overall, I've had a good experience there pretty much. But boom, that right there is the portfolio. And obviously this right here is the show reel. And you know what I mean? What I would suggest for you guys to do is, if you want to actually know about my process for creating the portfolio bit by bit and my process for creating the show reel, go check out those 2 other videos. I'm going to leave those down below, linked in the description. And then we're going to come back in the next 2 videos where I'm going to teach you guys how to actually build a consistent income through videography, or consistent income through video editing as well. But boom, thank you guys for watching another Make Money Making Videos playlist video. Check out the full playlist down below if you're unsure and you're just watching this as a solo one-off video. It's part of like a 8 or 9 part series. Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and goodbye. What's going on, guys? My name is Jack. Welcome back to another episode of the Make Money Making Videos playlist. By all means, if you don't know about this playlist, check it out in the description. Overall, this video is just one part of it. And essentially, this video is going to be focusing on how to build a consistent income video editing. And the reason I emphasize consistent right there is because I'm talking about, like a few $1,000s a month, something that's very consistent, and more importantly than just the number, just a number that is the same every month, or around the same, aka consistent. We're not talking about one month you make $100 and the next month you make $2,000 and then you're back down to $300 or something like that, because that's not consistent and it's not a number you can rely on. It's having income that's jumping up and down like that, it's not something you can rely on, and overall it's not consistent. So this right here is a video teaching you how to actually build a consistent income, and really just discussing the main thing that has enabled me to build a consistent income at a pretty young age of 20 from video editing. And I'm in my office right now, which I pay for off of this consistent income as well. So there's been one key thing that has, in retrospect, enabled me to do this. And the key thing is focusing on recurring clients, focusing on not just a client that wants one video, as in they want, something today, there's a quick edit, and then they never want a project again. There's no longevity to it, The strategy that I've used pretty much happened by accident, and now in retrospect, I've sort of noticed it, is that I came across long-term clients, and I've now built up a clientele of people who, I've just got on my email and my Skype now, and I don't even go through freelance websites like Upwork, and I haven't even had to use those sites in a couple months because I've just been, maintaining the consistent clientele that I've built up on my email and my Skype, and just focusing on clients that didn't just want one video, they want multiple projects every single week, meaning that, when we work together once, when they like my work, we're working together on multiple projects a week. I've got a client who I work on like 3 or 4 videos every single week for, and it's a few $100s per video. So that's a great gig, and that's just off of one client. And this right here is the strategy that holds the power to actually build that consistent income. Because a consistent income, like I said, not to fully repeat myself, but it needs to be emphasized, a consistent income is, a number that you can rely on every single month, that it's going to be there, and it's not, a number that's jumping up and down. One month it's a lot, one month it's nothing, which that is more stereotypically the norm in freelancing, is that you don't really know because you got to do a bunch of hustling yourself. There's not a person providing you all the work like a normal job would be, and you've got to go, motivate yourself to go out there and find that work and, be constantly finding it. And obviously if you're just doing one-off gigs, then you finish a project today and then tomorrow you got to go find another client. So it's not the most chilled out type of thing. You've got to constantly be on the ball. But if you just use this strategy and really just focusing on clients that want recurring work consistently, whether it be a few videos a month, a few videos a week, a video a day even, and you get these clients that want longer term work, not just one project, and that right there is how you're going to build yourself a consistent income, video editing online, and overall freelancing. And essentially that right there is the key thing that's enabled me to build a consistent income video editing at a very young age. And that right there, I hope, provides some value to you. So thank you guys for watching another episode of the Make Money Making Videos playlist. By all means, the whole thing's linked down below, or you might be watching it on the playlist right now. Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and goodbye. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Make Money Making Videos playlist, or I think this is the last episode actually, and I'm basically going to be walking and talking through how to build a consistent income through videography. So obviously in the last part, we covered how to build a consistent income with video editing. It's a pretty similar process, however, there are some pretty specific differences as well. So it's not the exact same process, or by all means I would have included these two in just one, in one video, and just done it all in that. But boom, split it into two. The points I'm going to be going over overall are going to be: take as many bookings as you can, build connections, and then also develop returning clients. And those might sound a little bit bland, but trust me, give me your attention for a couple minutes and I'm going to give you some useful information, or I hope so, at least. I'm going to try to. That's what I'm aiming to do, So first off, take as many bookings as you can. If you're a videographer, and especially if you're starting out and at the more earlier stages, which I assume a lot of you are, you want to take as many bookings as you can. Don't get picky, as long as, you can see value in taking it, whether it will lead to more work or, there's a significant price attached to it, whatever it is. Just keep doing projects for as many different clients as you possibly can, and this will just put you in contact with a whole variety of different people, which you can build connections with. And building connections, obviously to build connections, you have to be taking lots of bookings to be, around a bunch of different people involved in the industry. And essentially building those connections is how you're going to basically get work down the road that you can't even see right now. And I speak from experience, believe me. Like, I'll tell a story that'll give you some context. I filmed a club for a guy who was like only a couple years older than me. By the way, live event videography is like a big thing that I shoot. Shoot a lot of nightclubs, a lot of live events. And I shot a club up in London for a guy. And basically, the night messed up, like, to be totally true. Like, he didn't get many people come through to the event. He lost money, and he couldn't pay me for like a month or something. So this obviously made me keep in contact with him because I was trying to get my money, you know what I mean? I was trying to harass him for that money and, constantly calling him and stuff because I was thinking he might have been trying to, trying to screw me over or something like that. And through this process of me trying to get the money, we actually became pretty good friends, and we built a pretty solid, I guess business relationship. And I met him well over a year. And that same guy actually went on to get hired at one of the biggest clubs, or one of the most high-profile clubs in London, known as Cirque du Soleil, and he got hired there as a graphic designer. And I ended up doing a couple favors for him, and essentially he vouched for me super heavy to the people who run this club, which is a massive high-profile club. They book every artist under the sun, like French Montana, Travis Scott, like literally everybody who's a commercial big artist. And he vouched for me heavy, and they ended up hiring me to do like 5 or 6 projects. I actually even was up in London about 3-4 months ago doing a project for one of their kind of like neighbor clubs, which they also own. And essentially, just building that connection, which seemed to be a random relationship at first, that I was trying to get my money off this guy, whatever. Building that connection, and that guy's just one story of multiple different people who I built a connection with, which have later gone on to help me in a way that I could have never seen in the beginning. So building those connections is going to enable you to get work down the road that you can't even predict right now. And obviously, like, there's no way of predicting that you're just going to make a connection with a guy and he's going to go and be in a position where he can help you again. You can't predict that, but the way you can kind of account for it, or the way you can set yourself up best to be putting yourself in those positions, is just building connections with people. And not everybody's going to go and get hired at a big organization and vouch for you heavy and give you a bunch of work, but the 1 out of 20 people that do is going to be worth it, trust me. So 100% build those connections. And then finally, develop returning clients. Develop clients that want not one video, but they want multiple. So you want to get yourself in with for example, a weekly event. That's something that I do. I shoot a lot of live events. I know I'm using that as a pretty significant, as a pretty consistent example, but I have a lot of experience doing it, so it's a pretty easy example for me to make. I'm tapped in with promoters who have, they rent a venue, and then they have a different club night or a different kind of lineup every single month, or every 6 weeks or so. So when I tap in with one promoter, if they like the video, which they do pretty much all the time, and boom, they're gonna keep bringing me back. So an example of that is I just shot a nightclub a month ago with my friend. I actually vlogged it and put it up on the channel as well. It's called Filming a Duddy Rave with My American Homie. Pretty funny title, but essentially I filmed that club, and obviously they love the video so much that they're bringing me back in about 2 weeks again to go up there to Bristol and film them again. And that's just one specific client, but I've had loads of what's called consistent recurring people like that, who've pretty much enabled me to build a consistent income from videography and overall video production. But boom, that is the info I got today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I provided value. And by all means, leave me a comment down below. Tell me how I helped you out. If I didn't, tell me how I didn't help you out. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and goodbye.